Am I happy? Am I happy living abroad? It's not just about being happy or being happier, it's about where do I feel like I belong. I'm an American. I was born in the 1970s. The country that I grew up in doesn't really exist anymore. And I could sit around and cry about it, or I could just, go from where you are, not from where you want to be. I moved abroad over 10 years ago, and 10 years ago, I already knew that I just really wanted to try living abroad for like 1 year. So it wasn't like this big plan of like living or moving abroad. It was just, I wanted to try this for 1 year. That was something that goes all the way back to when I was like 18, 19, 20 years old. When I first visited Western Europe, my parents took myself and my younger sibling abroad 1 year, and actually it was I missed my high school graduation. Not a big deal. I just had to get through high school personally. It was like a cold. I just had to get through it. So I enjoyed going to Europe, and that was a special thing because my dad had a job that he had to go for work, and then my parents were able to it wasn't cheap, but they were able to bring my little sibling and I to Europe. And that was my first taste of Europe. And I was like, ooh, I want to try to move here. I mean, it seems like Americans have this experience. We go to Europe and we're like, a day and a half or 2 days in, we're like, can I move here? Can I live here? And yeah, there's an aesthetic that is divine. It's wonderful. It's charming. And here's the deal. If you're an American, you've ever spent any time in Manhattan. I lived in New York. I lived in Brooklyn and Manhattan for 8 years altogether in my 20s. And one of the main reasons why we love it so much is because of the walkability and because you're around people. You're not just in your car driving in this a suburb type lifestyle. And that's why we're so drawn to Europe. You have walkable cities. You're interacting, you're connecting, you're having a coffee, you're meeting people. It's because there's a closeness. People talk about being lonely and not having community. New York, the reason why we love New York so much is because it's like Europe. So New York is like the only city in America like that, pretty much. So if you move abroad, not just Europe, lots of places, you're gonna find that the walkability and then having community and meeting people and just having a better life that you really enjoy more, you're happier, you're gonna find that that's much easier to cultivate. So it's not just that I'm happier, it's that I feel like I belong, even though I don't belong here. Like, this isn't my home country, but I feel more like I belong than